Good afternoon or good morning, depending on when you're watching this. I am not tremendously tech savvy, so I think that you can see me and the PowerPoint on the screen. I'm hoping that you can anyway. My name is Justin Crow, and I'm on the State 4-H staff at the University of Tennessee. I'm housed in Knoxville. We're looking forward to having 12 out-of-state delegates join us from Virginia, Kentucky, and North Dakota. This webinar is very generic and general, but it will give you some highlights for the week, some expectations for the week, etc. But certainly you can reach out to me if you've got questions. Let's talk about Monday. Some of you, the North Dakota folks are coming in the weekend prior, so this really won't apply. The arrival part won't apply to you, but for everybody else, for those arriving on Monday, I ask if you follow the instructions on your letter and just call me or text when you get close to campus. We're going to park you on the Ag campus and then shuttle you over to the main campus where the dorm is, etc. We do have a welcome event at 1 o'clock Eastern time in front of Reese Hall in the Knoxville campus. That event is sponsored by United Healthcare. It's a huge welcome event. It will include inflatables and games and giveaways and DJ and all that kind of stuff. So you want to be sure that you arrive in plenty of time to take part in that. That afternoon, in your program, when you get your printed program, it will tell you at 3 o'clock is the out-of-state delegate orientation. It will tell you to meet. I do not plan on meeting with y'all unless there is some issue that needs to be addressed. And so, honestly, it would be easier if you just address those with me on a case-by-case basis rather than trying to get everybody back together for another meeting. So you can ignore that on the agenda, but feel free to reach out to me if you have questions. When you get your printed program, all of this will make more sense. But at 4:30 on Monday afternoon, we have our, or I think it's 4:45. I don't have it in front of me. We have our group photo in front of Reese Hall, and that's where all of our officers will be dressed in their official blazers, their state council jackets, etc. So if you all in your county or state level program have any sort of official garb, official attire that you'd like to wear, a jacket, a sweater, a polo, whatever, then that would be appropriate. If you don't, then you're fine. Everybody else will be dressed in like a polo shirt, like a button-up shirt, and khaki pants, skirt for girls, that sort of thing. Whatever's most convenient for you. As it relates to dress code, we do have a very strict dress code here. I sent a copy of the dress code with you. I do not, under any circumstance, allow short shorts or low-cut blouses, etc. And to be quite honest with you, I don't want to be tested on this. So I would just encourage you to use good common sense and dress appropriately for a 4-H event. But with the understanding we run a very tight ship down here, and so it would not bother me to send somebody back to their room. And I would tell any delegate that, not just out-of-state delegates. So just understand that we believe very strongly in a very modest dress code. And appropriate, so just pack accordingly. Our opening assembly that night will be when we will invite you all on the stage to do a little welcome. We will have the flag of your state that your delegation, including adults, will carry on stage. We'll recognize you verbally. And then North Dakota, I know that you all bring your own flag and you're planning on saying the 4-H pledge in your native tongue, and I'm very, very excited about that, so we're really looking forward to that as well. You noticed in your email correspondence you got with me last weekend that you have been assigned a state council mentor, someone to work with you throughout the week. Whatever region is next to their name, that's the region that you will be in. So adults and youth, you may be split up, it just depends on how we placed you, but you'll actually go, when it has like Western region meeting, you'll go with the Western region to that meeting, Central region, Eastern region, etc. And then at night, you'll have living groups that you'll be assigned. And so that's just a small group of 10 or 12 people that get together to kind of reflect on the day, do an evaluation, take up pizza money, all that kind of stuff. So anything like that that goes on the living group meetings, you'll know. They'll tell you at the regional meeting what living group you're in. So I just didn't want you to be overwhelmed. In this state, we do not typically house state council together. They're housed with the regular delegation. So you may have a state council member as your roommate, but then your suite mates, because it's 4 people to one room. The dorms are set up where when you walk in kind of to the bathroom, so the toilet's on one side of the door that closes, and then the shower's on the other, and then 2 rooms kind of jut off, and 2 beds per room, and you have your own sink. 2 people share a sink. There is a refrigerator. There is a microwave. So if you wanted to bring some snacky kinds of things, that would be fine. But with that being said, then you'll just need to follow the direction at your regional meeting that night, and they'll take good care of you and tell you exactly where to go. If you don't know, if you have questions, then the people getting leadership to your regional meeting, there are regional staff members. They can assist you. Just so you know, breakfast is not provided, so if you want to bring some snack bars, you can. You can also eat a good kind of a buffet-style breakfast in the cafeteria. I think it's about $6 or $7 or so, and it's connected to the dorm. That's where it's like in a little quad area. That's where we'll have all of our meals anyway, most of our meals. So you'll get to know where that venue is on Monday night, but that will be at your own expense. Tuesday morning we'll have a non-competitor activity. For you all, it's going to be a tour of Knoxville. So when it says in the program, non-competitors meet Mr. Crow, then you'll follow the directions and go to the basement of Reese Hall and meet me there. Tuesday afternoon, after lunch, we will have, and lunch is Subway that day. For the afternoon, we'll have educational sessions. North Dakota's teaching a session. But for everybody else, on Monday afternoon, you'll actually sign up for a session at supper time, and you'll pick one session out of your printed program that you want to go to, one educational session. It's up entirely up to you. You'll go to that, and then you'll have a little free time in the afternoon, and then that night is our banquet. We'll bus everybody off campus to a very nice venue for our banquet. We will recognize all of our project finalists. While you're in the non-competitor activity on Tuesday, our project finalists, which is the bulk of our group, about 3/4 of our group, will be competing in 24 different project areas to win scholarships, etc., and ultimately to win a trip to National 4-H Congress in Atlanta. We will have the banquet that night, and then we'll follow up with a dance. And I apologize for my phone ringing. It may ring again, but I'll just try to mute it when that goes off. Wednesday, we'll have our opening assembly. That will also include college tours. So even though you may not come to school at UT, you will need to go on a college tour. You don't have to sign up ahead of time. You just raise your hand, and they'll take X number of people, and we'll go on those college tours. Dollywood will be that afternoon. That's our big amusement park up in the Smokies. So if you're not familiar with it, feel free to Google it. Dollywood theme park. Your admission is paid for. You'll have a meal voucher to eat up to like $8 for lunch, and then supper will be provided. And then we'll have our All-Star Campfire, which North Dakota is actually presenting, doing a performance of that. That's our. If you're familiar with All-Stars, it's the same concept as what we have in other states, but our program ends at the age of 18. So these simply will age out of All-Stars, if you will. And they'll bus back to campus, back to UT. Thursday, we'll have our opening assembly. We'll have our All-Star Luncheon. That is strictly for All-Star members only, but you're invited as our special guest to come and learn more about that program. After the luncheon, we'll have our afternoon assembly, which is pretty high energy, I guess you would say, assembly. Then you'll have a little free time in the afternoon, followed by our Vol State ceremony, which will bus you over for that to World's Fair Park. It's a beautiful ceremony where we induct up to 100 young people into Vol State, which is the highest recognition that any 4-H member can receive on the state level. And then we'll have our closing dance that night. And then Friday, we go home. Yay! But we are looking forward to having you. I do want you to know that I'm here to assist you if you have questions. My email address is jcrowe, the number 3, @utk.edu. or you're welcome to call my office, 865-974-2128, or my cell phone is 865-964-1617, 865-964-1617. Feel free to call. If you need a text message, that's fine. Just indicate who you are. Chances are you won't be in my phone. But we are looking forward to hosting you on the UT campus in Knoxville. Hopefully, with this short orientation and the packet of information I mailed you, you should be in good shape. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. Thank you very much.